Simply put, it's high-performance fire protection in a convenient spray. Inferno Armor presents the fire move of the night in all three USAC national divisions throughout the 2025 season. Well, they will award the driver that puts on a fire of a show a complimentary bottle of Inferno Armor. If you haven't done so, make sure you stop by the USAC merchandise trailer, fully stocked with all the official race gear, 2025 must-have apparel, hoodies, hats, even blankets available down at the USAC merchandise trailer located just outside of the main entrance. While you're down there, you can also find each USAC driver's name, hometown, sponsor, chassis, and engine information by purchasing a driver roster. They're only $1 while supplies last at the USAC merchandise trailer. Make sure to follow us online. On Facebook, simply search for USAC Racing. On X and Instagram at USAC Nation. You can also find live timing and scoring throughout the night's racing program on the Race Monitor app. A reminder, everything you see posted to social media as well as Race Monitor is unofficial. All official news, notes, points, and updates will be posted at the close of tonight's racing program at usacracing.com. So we're just joining us on the broadcast here on FloRacing or in the grandstands. 27 drivers on hand for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Another 11 in our restricted micros and 16 checking in for stock non-wing competition. All divisions will qualify to seed the lineup in their heat races. In the micros, it'll be a 4-car inversion. The winner plus the fastest qualifying driver inside the top 4, they'll advance on into the redraw. So a little bit like you would find in the old All-Star format if you're following along at home. 4 groups of dirt draft hot laps. We'll have 3 heat races tonight. 6-car inversion into each of those heat races, giving us a total of 18 cars inverted. Your fast qualifier will line up third to the outside of run number 3, in heat race number 1. So they'll line up 6 in heat race number 2. Your second fast qualifier, they will take the 6th starting spot, and so on and so forth until we meet the inversion. Looking back at the history of the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship here at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex. First on the clay in 2018, Logan Seavey going to victory lane. Tanner Carrick winning in 2019 and 2020, a 2-night affair with Cannon McIntosh and Buddy Kofoid. Same in 2022, McIntosh the first night, Kofoid the second night. Jacob Denny in 2023, and Logan Seavey going to victory lane 1 year ago here at Sweet Springs. The Parallax Group USAC National Passing Master points. Cale Drake leading at 103 times advancing, giving him 103 points so far. C.J. Leary sitting at 48, Briggs Danner at 41, Robert Blue at 35, Jay Stockin at 31, Jaden Rogers at 30, Gunnar Setzer, Justin Grant, Kyle Cummins, and Kevin Thomas Jr. Mentioned after tonight, the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship going to take a little bit of a break as we will bring the sprint cars back to action. The USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship, the Holman, coming to the Terre Haute Action Track. That'll be on Wednesday, May 21st. The Salute to Circle City at Circle City Raceway. That'll be on Thursday, May 22nd. Then the Hoosier 100 and Carb Night Classic. That's going to be at Indianapolis Raceway Park with the USAC Silver Crown Champ Car Division. 23 drivers already pre-registered for that event. Again, that'll be on Friday, May 23rd. Sprint cars back in action as we head up to the sprint car capital of the world, Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa, May 30th and 31st. The Avante Windows endorsed Corn Belt Clash, the largest payout in the history of the event. And it's 2 nights of racing up at the historic half mile. Tickets on sale at KnoxvilleRaceway.com. Midgets back in action as we kick off Indiana Midget Week. That'll be at Circle City Raceway on June 3rd, Paragon on June 4th, Lincoln Park Speedway on June 5th, Bloomington on June 6th, and Tri-State Speedway on June 7th. To see this lineup and every schedule for the United States Auto Club, from our national to our regional tours, you can go online to usacracing.com. So drivers on track whittle down to those you'll find in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1, starting right here at the flag stand. Rolling into turn number 1, Daniel Robinson at Benton, Illinois, driver of the KO Motorsports, CLB Trucking, W9 Mopar King Chassis, Gravy-owned number 92, making his way over to the back straightaway. Rolling into turns 1 and 2, Cannon McIntosh, he's out of Bixby, Oklahoma, driver of the Mobile 1 TRD, Kurt Brecker's Toyota KKM Kerbigajanian, number 71K. Driver in 67, that's Jacob Denny out of Galloway, Ohio, driver of the KKM Kerbigajanian, JBL Audio TRD Toyota, number 67. He rolls down the back straightaway. Cale Coons out of Greencastle, Indiana, the Kurt Breckers, D Company's Impact, Stanton Shores Chassis, dueling Autosport, Kerbigajanian, number 63, making his way off of turn number 4 right now. And the driver to Warrensburg, Missouri, here in the front straightaway, driver of the Dahmer Powertrain, Triple X Chassis, All-Star Bail Bonds, FK Indy, Kelly Hinkle, number 21K. That is Cameron Key. Cameron Key in the 21K. Garrett Benson from right down the road in Concordia, Missouri, the Engler Machine and Tool, Sure-Built Suspension, High Performance Lubricants, Tim Engler owns, Spike Chassis, EA Stealth, number 7B. He'll make his way onto the back straightaway. And it's been a long time since we've seen this car in USAC National Competition. Normally, that car only races under the roof of the SageNet Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's out of Gladstone, Missouri, driving the Factory Delta Factor 1 Zip Services, Fontana Boss, number 321. That is Chad Winfrey. Chad Winfrey in the 321. In fact, all the way back to 2020, that was the tech sticker on the back of the 321, confirming the last time he was in USAC National Competition. Getting a look at Cannon McIntosh here on the broadcast, the Mobile 1, KKM Kerbigajanian, number 71K. Of course, coming off of a victory last night down at the short track of the Belleville High Banks. Takes over the points lead, so we'll see what the 2024 Power Eye and Extreme Outlaw champion can do as he makes him out of the back straightaway. Just about ready to wind things up. Back the way with the green flag. We're underway here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. Field going to yellow flag conditions. Officials will keep them on the racetrack, and they instruct them to roll on and try to iron the track up just a little bit more here. Still bottom dominant in the early runnings as we look at lap times so far. Cameron Key, quickest at a 13.117. Garrett Benson a 13.120. Jacob Denny a 13.236. Cannon McIntosh a 13.294. And fifth quick is Chad Winfrey at a 13.565. Cale Coons a 13.642. So the drivers roll around and work the track in just a little bit more before we set them loose once more in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. If you haven't done so, make sure you stop by the NOS Energy Sampling Station, where boundaries are merely suggestions. Fuel up, fire up, and never look back with NOS Energy Drink. Gets human horsepower. Try one today, and make sure to follow them on social media at NOS Energy Drink. But make sure and stop by and get your complimentary can of NOS while supplies last. Why choose AMSOIL lubricants? Well, 3 reasons: power, performance, and protection. They design specialized lubricants that are engineered for what you drive and how you drive. Visit AMSOIL.com to learn more. The caution lights will go dark. The green light's going to come back on. We go green once more here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. And the track continuing to find speed here as we come around to the wave of the checkered flag and Dirt Drive Helm Up session number 1. Fastest lap time changing as nearly every driver has gone by. Now starting to even out here as Jacob Denny. A 12.379, 1.2379 seconds for the driver of the number 67. He will exit stage right and head back to the pit area. Cameron Key second quick right now, a 12.533. Cannon McIntosh, a 12.538. Garrett Benson, a 12.650. And Cale Coons fifth quick at a 12.664. Chad Winfrey at a 12.960. Of course, last night's feature winner just on track in the number 71K. Looking back to last night's feature, it was Cannon McIntosh with the win, Cale Drake in second, Gavin Miller crossing in third, Jacob Denny in fourth, Jerry Coons Jr. in the branding of the top 5. Steven Snyder Jr., Logan Seavey, Justin Grant, Drake Edwards, and Cale Coons made it the top 10 last night down in Belleville, Kansas. Next group of drivers out to the speedway, starting over towards turn number 1, we find Steven Snyder Jr. to Rising Sun, Maryland, the RMS Racing and Envirofab Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis MPV Logistics number 4. Driver sitting next to him is going to be Justin Grant. He comes to you out of Ione, California, the NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, Speedway Toyota CB Industries number 87. First 4 cars getting the push. The next one to tell you about is Kevin Thomas Jr. to Coleman, Alabama, the Inferno Armor Metalloid 1, ShopBangReduct.com, Stanton Link Chassis, Driven Performance 4 Kings Racing number 14. He will roll onto the back straightaway. And Daniel Robinson back onto the racetrack at Benton, Illinois, the KO Motorsports, CLB Trucking, W9 Mopar King Chassis, American Rental, Golden Eagle English Construction, Gravy Train number 92. The bird heard round the world, making his way down the front straightaway. Looking back behind him, transplanting out of the state of Wyoming, now hailing out of New Berlin, Illinois, the Performance Driveline, Jake Newman Racing. Mark Chisholm owned Toyota Link Chassis number 56X. That is Mark Chisholm in the number 56. Coming off of a pair of top 10 finishes down at Belleville, the 57 of Logan Seavey onto the back straightaway out of Cedar, California, the Indy Power Sports, Prime 47, CGCPAs, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Fort Check Marketing, Abacus Racing number 57. Set to go after back-to-back wins here tonight here in Sweet Springs. And Cale Drake at Collinsville, Oklahoma on the Speedway. The Eibach Toyota KKM Give Back Classic Curb Breaker Speedway Toyota Link Chassis number 97K. Field will wind up and we go to green in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. Still coming around to the wave of the checkered flag here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. Kevin Thomas Jr. climbing to the top of the charts at a 12.113, 1.2113 seconds for the driver of the number 14. Steven Snyder Jr. currently second quick at a 12.283. Justin Grant at a 12.288. Cale Drake 12.320. And Jacob Denny a 12.379. CV Key, McIntosh, Benson, and Coons currently make up the top 10. Group number 3 making their way out to the speedway. First driver to tell you about comes to you out of Canyon, Texas. It's going to be Drake Edwards out of Peoria, Arizona. The Avant Windows endorsed, PristineAuction.com. Petty Performance Racing, CB Industries Mobile 1, number 83. The 19 AZ sitting on track. The driver to Gilbert, Arizona. The AME Electrical, Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike, Reinbold Underwood Motorsports entry. That is Hayden Reinbold in the number 19. The 86 is Mac Leopard. He's out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. The PristineAuction.com. Speedway Toyota Spike Mobile 1, number 86. Getting the push here on the front straightaway. And the 97 is Gavin Miller. He's out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, the Sound Gear TRD. Mobile 1 Link Chassis Speedway Toyota number 97. Making his first career USAC National Midget starts over the weekend down in Belleville. Blake Spicer at Marysville, Kansas. The Spicer Aircraft Velcro Stealth Chassis, Mike Spicer owned, number 4S. Where racing meets education. The driver of the number 4S still in school, and the deal is, in order to get to drive, he has to maintain a 3.5 GPA. Like I say, is tip of the cap to mom and dad. Good on you. Drivers wind up here as we go to green. Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3 of 4 on track for those of you just joining us online. Problems for Thomas Mesereau, the EA Stealth number 7X, diving off of the back straightaway and down into the infield. And safety crew is going to go up and meet him down on the apron. So, again, not sure what was going on with the 7X. We'll see if we can get an update on that. Kevin Thomas Jr. remains quickest at a 12.113. Brecken Reese in the Chandler Grand Prix, 00, a 12.180 is second quick right now. Gavin Miller is third quick. Drake Edwards and Hayden Reinbold now make up the top 5. Maxon Leopard, Steven Snyder Jr., Justin Grant, Kel Drake, and Jacob Denny, your top 10. Brandon Carr rolling out to the speedway, the J. Davidson Scrap Medal. Mobile 1, Toyota Curb Records, number 98K, out of Sheffield, United Kingdom. He'll come to a rest just shy of turn number 1. Driver next to him, Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana, the Midwest 2 Mill, Stanton Link Chassis, number 43. Driver from right down the road in Carl Junction, Missouri, the James Hodge Auto Outlet Panel Chipping, SR11X Powered Link Chassis, Melmark Pipe and Supply. Cooper and Hudson Felker, 11A, that is Andrew Felker. Andrew Felker in the 11. The 27X machine, that is Kyle Jones out of Kennedale, Texas. The Belling Race Equipment, Stanton Spike, Valco Wheels, Rush Race Gear, number 27X. And the 44, he's out of Lincoln, Missouri. That's Brannigan Rourke, driving the Como Vibe. Stanton Ripper Chassis, AK Foam Enterprises, Pizza Glen, number 44. Driver next to him, that's his teammate. That's Jacob McFarlane. He's out of Sedalia, Missouri, driving the Como Vibes. Pizza Glen, Coy's Automotive, Rourke HVAC, number 33. Final driver getting the push here on the front straightaway, Riley Kreisel from right at the road in Warsaw, Missouri, driving the Nash Grain Farm. Hess Power Fabs, Spikes, Stanton SR11X, International Manufacturing Supply, Tall Timbers Taxidermy, Rocket Media, Ron Cox owned, number 19K. Checkered flag will fly in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, and Riley Kreisel, the fastest driver on track for that session in the 19K. He's second quick overall. Kevin Thomas Jr. sets the mark at a 12.113. Honest Abe Roofing qualifying coming up. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all three USAC national divisions throughout the 2025 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supporting the fastest driver in qualifications. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. 2 laps, fastest lap counting towards your qualifying effort. It will be green the second time by. Warm-up lap, then going to green. Ethan Mitchell, the current 1-lap track record holder here in USAC National Midget Competition, establishing that in September of 2022, 11.361 seconds, 52.812 average miles per hour. First driver onto the clay, last night's winner down at Belleville out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Driving the Mobile 1 TRD Curb Wreckers, Toyota KKM Carmagajanian and Speedway Total Link chassis number 71K. This is Cannon McIntosh in the number 71K. 2 wins on the season. Power Eye competition back at Creek in March, and then last night at Belleville, his first USAC win of the season. Comes around in his opening lap. He'll set the mark 11.913, 11913 seconds for Cannon McIntosh. 2 career victories here at Sweet Springs, 2020 and again in 2022. He ran 5th here 1 year ago. 6 overall starts here at Sweet Springs with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Drops his time to an 11.746. 11.746. Lap number 2 for Cannon McIntosh, currently your quick qualifier. Out to the speedway now to Warrensburg, Missouri. Driving the Dahmer powertrain, Triple X chassis, FK Indy, All-Star Bell Bonds, Kelly Hink on number 21J. This is Cameron Key in the number 21J. 3 starts in USAC competition here at Sweet Springs. He ran 13th and 11th back in 2022. His last start in 2023, he ran 8th. He comes around on his opening lap, 11.966, 11966 seconds for the driver of the number 21. Wheels it off into turns 3 and 4. He will tap the left front around to the front straightaway. The Dahmer powertrain entry going to stop the clock a little bit better, 11.930. Not enough to take over the quick qualifying time. That's still Cannon McIntosh. Second quick right now for Cameron Key. At a Greencastle, Indiana, the Curb Wreckers, D Company's Impact, Stanton Shores chassis, dueling Autosport, Curb Magazine, number 63. This is Cale Coons. Cale Coons in the number 63. Last visit to Sweet Springs in a micro back in 2023. Ran 14th in both non-wing and outlaw non-wing. He'll come around in his opening lap to see where he stops the clock. The Curb Records entry going to go third quick at a 12.261. 12261 seconds for Cale Coons. 15th place finish, night 1 at Belleville. Last night, a 10th place finish. 4 career starts and 2 top 10 finishes so far in his career for Cale Coons. Better on lap number 2 at 12.096. 120.96 seconds for the driver, the number 63. Out to the speedway now at Concordia, Missouri. The England Machine and Tool sure-built suspension, EA Stealth Spike chassis, high-performance lubricants, Tim Engler on number 7B. This is Garrett Benson. Garrett Benson in the number 7B, making his USAC National Midget debut down at Belleville. Night number 1, a 12th place finish. Last night, a 14th place finish for the England Machine and Tool, number 7B at 12.022, 120.22 seconds for Garrett Benson on his opening lap. Currently sits in third on the field. Brings her wide off of turn number 4. Checkered flag will greet him on the front straightaway. Lap number 2 will be a 12.060, 12.060 seconds. Lap number 2 for Garrett Benson, currently third quick. 5th driver out to qualify at Galloway, Ohio, the JBL Audio, Toyota Racing Development, Toyota Mobile 1, KKM, Carmagajanian, number 67. This is Jacob Denny. Jacob Denny in the number 67. 1 win on the season in USAC National Competition during the Kokomo Grand Prix back in April. Ninth place finish last night, or on night number 1 at Belleville. Fourth place finish last night, turns a 12:139, 1:2:139 seconds for the driver other number 67 on his opening lap. Currently sits 5th at a 5, brings it around up at turn number 4, and he improves second quick, 11:882, 11:882 seconds for Jacob Denny. At Gladstone, Missouri, driver the factory Delty, Factor 1. Zip Services, Fontana Boss chassis number 321. This is Chad Winfrey. Chad Winfrey in the number 321. One career start here at Sweet Springs in USAC National Midget Competition. That was back in 2019. He ran 18th. Brings the car around off of turn number 4. His opening lap will be 6 quick at a 12:415, 1:24:15 seconds for the driver of the number 321. Brings her off into turns 3 and 4. He will run right through the middle groove down to the front straightaway. The factory Delta entry improves on time at 12:351. Still 6 quick, though, for Chad Winfrey. Driver that went to victory lane 1 year ago out to the Speedway out of Sutter, California. Driver the Abacus Racing, Indy Power Sports, Prime 47, CGCPA, Sport Check Marketing, Indy Custom Stone, High Performance Lubricants, number 57. This is Logan Seavey. Logan Seavey in the 57. He will start the clock as he works onto the back straightaway. Coming off a pair of top 10 finishes at Belleville, 6th on night number 1, 7th on night number 2. Incidentally, he led the opening 12 laps both nights. Turns in 11:875, 11:875 seconds on lap number 1 for Logan Seavey. Puts him second quick, 0.129 seconds off of the pace of Cannon McIntosh. Can he take over at the top on lap number 2? 11:947. Denied. 11:875 on his opening lap. Currently second quick. Things off to a better start here. Kel Drake, that car going off on the hook as they were actually rolling the track earlier. But the Eibach Toyota KKM Give Back Classic Speedway Total Link chassis number 97K at speed and on the clock. 28 career starts, 1 win, 7 top 5s, and 14 top 10 finishes for the driver of the number 97K in USAC National Midget Competition. 15th place finish here 1 year ago. A second place finish last night at Belleville. Goes 4th quick on his opening lap, 11:888, 11:888 seconds for the driver to Collinsville, Oklahoma. Brings his way low into turn number 3, wide at a turn number 4. Lap number 2, we'll see if he improves. He does not. 12:008, 1:20:08 seconds. Currently 4th quick on lap number 1, 11:888 for Cale Drake. Out of Rising Sun, Maryland, the RMS Racing, EnviroFab, Valco Wheels, Ronda Supply, MBV Logistics, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 4. This is Steven Snyder Jr. Steven Snyder Jr. in the number 4 comes around to start the clock. 3 wins in micros so far this season. Port City as well as Plaza Park, where he picked up $10,000 in the KKM West Showdown. 12th place finish here 1 year ago. Several micro starts as well here at Sweet Springs. A 12:139, 1:21:39 seconds for Steven Snyder Jr. Currently 8th on the grid. Night number 1 at Belleville, 4th. Night number 2, a 6th place finish. So far, a nice consistent weekend going. As he'll come around, he'll improve by 1 7th quick at a 12:022, 1:20:22 seconds for Steven Snyder Jr. Originally hailing out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, now at a New Berlin, Illinois, the Performance Driveline, Jake Newman Racing, Toyota Powered Link chassis number 56X. This is Mark Chisholm. Mark Chisholm in the number 56X. Wheeling her onto the back straightway and on the clock here to the high side of turns at 3 and 4. Normally Chisholm will see him in indoor competition at Tulsa in January during the Chillable Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink. A wing sprint car driver by trade, several times competing over the years with the ASCS Frontier region, but now relocating back here into the Midwest. Lap number 1 is a 12:378. Lap number 2, a 12:422. Currently 10th for Mark Chisholm. Out of Ione, California, 6 USAC national victories so far this season. Driver the NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, Mobile One Toyota Racing Development, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 87. This is Justin Grand. Justin Grand in the number 87. Picking up the win last night at Silver Crown competition on the high banks at Belleville. Picked up the win on the short track on night number 1 with the Midgets. Comes around lap number 1 with an 11:823, 11:823 seconds for Justin Grand. That's going to put him second quick. He is 0.077 seconds off of the pace of Cannon McIntosh. Lap number 2, 11:890. Not enough. 11:823. Lap number 1 for Justin Grant. That'll place him second for the time being. Riding the gravy train out to the Speedway out of Benton, Illinois. The KL Motorsports, CLB Trucking, American Rental, Golden Eagle, English Construction, Modern Paving, Scrap and Demolition. W9 Mo Parking, chassis number 92. It's the bird heard round the world. It's Daniel Robinson. Daniel Robinson in the number 92 at speed onto the back straightaway. One former start here at Sweet Springs. That was back in 2019. He ran 8th. Micro competition this year. In fact, a trio of micro wins in Marion County as well as Southern Illinois. Lap number 1, a 12.408. 1.2408 seconds for Daniel Robinson. 12th quick right now. The K.O. Sullivan number 92 coming around on lap number 2, a 12.463. Better on time on lap number 1. That'll be his best attempt, a 12.408. Currently sitting 12th. Throttle issues last night in the late stages of the feature down at Belleville. Was pretty much having a drive-by switch in dear life. But he is on speed now at Coleman, Alabama. Driving the Inferno Armor, Metalloid 1, ShopBakerDuck.com, Stanton Link Chassis, Driven Performance, 4 Kings Racing number 14. This is Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas Jr., 9th quick in his opening lap. A 12.033, 1.2033 seconds for the Coleman, Alabama racer. Third place finish in night number 1, ended up 11th last night. 2 previous starts here at Sweet Springs. He finished 6th in 2019 and 9th 1 year ago. Comes around lap number 2 a little bit slower, 12.141. Lap number 1, he'll stand on at a 12.033, currently 9th on the field. 14th driver out to qualify. It's Mac Leopard out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. Driver the PristineAuction.com, Toyota Racing Development, Mobile 1, CB Industries, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 86. He'll come around and he'll start the clock. 2 career starts in USAC National Midget Competition. Both those coming on Friday and Saturday night down at Belleville. Night number 1, a 14th place finish. Night number 2, a 12th place finish. Comes around lap number 1, a 12.023 second lap. 1.2023 seconds for Mac Leopard, currently 9th. Coming up out of the micro ranks. We'll see what Max can do here as he works off of turn number 4. The PristineAuction.com number 86 going to stop the clock. Identical, 12.023 both times. Out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, onto the back straight by the Sound Gear. Toyota Racing Development, Mobile 1, Curb Records, Speedway Toyota Link Chassis, KKM, Curb Agajania, number 97. This is Gavin Miller. Gavin Miller onto the Speedway. 1 win so far this season at Port City. That was with the Extreme Outlaw Midgets. 55 career starts in USAC National Midget Competition. 2 starts here. 10th in 2023 and 18th in 2024. Goes 12th quick on his opening lap at a 12.192. 1.2192 seconds. A 10th place finish night number 1 at Belleville last night. Brought it up to the show position. He crossed in 3rd. Comes around better on lap number 2. 11.977. Goes to 7th quick. That's Gavin Miller. Drake Edwards on track at Peoria, Arizona. The Avante Windows and Doors. PristineAuction.com. Petty Performance Racing. CB Industries Mobile 1. Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 83. Through the warm-up lap and on the clock now. 15 career starts in USAC National Midget Competition. 1 career quick qualifying time. That was up at Kokomo earlier this year. Brings it around up at turn number 4. And lap number 1 is 8th quick at a 12.003. 1.2003 seconds for the driver of the number 83. 11th place finish on night number 1 at Belleville. Last night a 9th place finish down on the quarter-mile oval. Brings it around up at turn number 4. And lap number 2, 11.995. 1.1995 seconds. 8th quick for Drake Edwards. Speaking of drivers from Arizona, we got Hayden Reinbold on track at Gilbert, Arizona. Driver the Amy Electrical Indy Race Parts. Stanton Spike Chassis, Reinbold, Underwood Motorsports, number 19 AZ. 88 career USAC National Midget starts. 1 top 5, 7 top 10 finishes for the driver of the number 19 AZ. 3 starts here at Sweet Springs in the past. Comes around to lap number 1. 9th quick at a 12.016. 2022, he ran 22nd both nights here. And a 21st place finish in 2023, coming off of a 15th place run last night down at Belleville. Turns a 12.013 second lap on his second time around. Is better on time, and he goes to 9th quick. Good speed during Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We'll see how he does here during Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Brecken Reese out of Canyon, Texas, a graduate of the National Open Wheel 600 Series. Driving the Chandler Grand Prix, Sierra Towing and Crushing, Speedway Toyota, pulled by Spike Sonny's Grocery, Taylor Sudden Service, 00. Comes around on lap number 1, 14th quick at a 12.058, 1.2058 seconds for the Sonny's Grocery. Tops up here by Quality Threads, Kaiser Wheels, Checker Flag Trucking, number 00. Brings it off at turn at number 4. And we'll see where he does on his time. Better, 11.999, 1.1999 seconds for Brecken Reese. That'll put him up to 9th. Blake Spicer on track. He is the 19th driver to qualify in Marysville, Kansas. Driving the Spicer Aircraft, Felker Fontana, Stealth Chassis, Mike Spicer owned, number 4S. Trying to make his 3rd career start in USAC National Midget Competition. Night number 1 at Belleville, a 21st place finish. Night number 2, likewise. Night number 1 getting upside down off of the top of turn number 4 as he'll come around on his opening lap at a 12 at 9:27, 1:29.27 seconds for the Stealth Spicer aircraft number 4S. Takes her off into turns 3 and 4, enters low, brings her wide onto the throttle round to the front straightaway, and he will stop the clock a little bit better at 12.837, still 19th for the driver of the number 4S. Kyle Jones out to the speedway now at Kennedale, Texas. Joe the Belling Racing Equipment, Rush Race Gear, Valco Wheels, Joyner Motorsports, Stanton SR11X powered Spike chassis number 27X. Comes around and wave of the green flag, and that'll begin the clock here. 20th driver out to the clay. 6th place finish here 1 year ago. Night number 1 at Belleville, a 7th place run. Night number 2, a 16th place finish. And the Joyner Motorsports entry goes 11th quick on his opening lap, a 12.018. 1:20.18 seconds for the driver of the number 27X. Going to roll through turns 3 and 4. Over rotates her just a little bit onto the front straightaway. And lap number 2 going to show at a 12.386. He'll stand on his opening lap, 12.018. That's good enough for 11th for the time being. From right up the road in Warsaw, Missouri, driving the Hess Power Fabs at Nash Grain Farm, Stanton Spike Chassis, International Manufacturing Supply, Rocket Media, King Racing Products, Royal Power Sports, Ron Cox number 19K. This is Riley Kreisel. Riley Kreisel in the number 19K. One start in this event with an 18th place finish, comes around and he will stop the clock 12th quick at a 12.018, 1:20.18 second. Had to breathe the throttle a little bit there in turns 1 and 2. Gets back into it quick, drops to the deck in the entry of 3, brings it out wide to the wall, exit at turn number 4, and he'll go to 6 quick on a second time around, 11.920, 1:19.20 seconds for Riley Kreisel. Driver to Carl Junction, Missouri, the James Hodge Auto Outlet, Panel Chipping, Smith Equipment Company, Melmark Pipe and Supply, Cooper and Hudson Felker owned, SR11X Link Chassis number 11A. This is Andrew Felker. Andrew Felker in the sweetest looking ride in the pits here as he works onto the back straightaway. 3 starts here at Sweet Springs in USAC National Midget Competition. A best finish of 7th in 2020. Last year, he ran 22nd here. Comes around on lap number 1, 18th quick at a 12.141, 1:21.41 seconds. For Andrew Felker, brings her down low through turns 3 and 4. He will pin her down to the right rear. And lap number 2 going to be a little bit slower, 12.209. So 18th quick for Andrew Felker. 23rd driver out to the speedway. Again, 27 checking in for competition here tonight. He's from right up the road in Sedalia, Missouri. Driving the Como Vibes, Pizza Glen, AK Foam Enterprises, Coys Automotive, Classic Construction Company, Rourke HVAC, Brannigan Rourke Racing number 33. That is Jacob McFarland. Jacob McFarland in the number 33. A little bit of snafu through turns 1 and 2. Gets her rolling onto the back straightway. McFarland going to come around in his opening lap at a 13.695, 1:36.95 seconds for the driver of the number 33. Making his midget debut here 1 year ago. Finished 21st in your feature event. Comes off of turn number 4, bouncing her down to the front straightway. And he will improve with a 12.943, 1:29.43 seconds on his second time around. Now it's his car owner's turn. Brannigan Rourke at a Lincoln, Missouri, driving the Como Vibes, AK Foam Enterprises, Stanton Ripper Chassis, Pizza Glen, Coy Automotive Incorporated, Rourke HVAC, number 44. Comes around and he will start the clock. 14th place finish 1 year ago here at Sweet Springs for Brannigan Rourke. Just a tick tight into 3, brings her up into the fluff through turn number 4 as he'll get the car back underneath him 19th quick in his opening lap, a 12.343, 1:23.43 seconds for the Lincoln, Missouri racer. The Como Vibes, the number 44. Working top side, better line this time through turns 3 and 4. We'll see if it shows in his time. And it's a 12.409, 1:23.43, lap number 1, 19th currently for Brannigan Rourke. Driver making his first trip to the 1/6-mile oval at a Sheffield, United Kingdom. Driver the J. Davidson Scrap Metal Mobile 1 Toyota Curb Records KKM Kerbigajanian and Speedway Total Link Chassis number 98K. This is Brandon Carr. Brandon Carr in the number 98. Making his first career USAC National Midget start. Night number 1 at Belleville. He ended up 17th. Likewise on night number 2. Goes 19th quick on his opening lap, a 12.265, 1:22.65 seconds for the British National Karting Champion. Going to bring it off at turn number 4. We'll see if he improves on lap number 2. And he does on time, not position. A 12.238, still 19th for Brandon Carr. Out to the speedway now at Columbus, Indiana. Go to the Midwest Tube Mills, Bart Properties. The cure starts now. Setzer Fabricating, Lynch Machining. Kevin Arnold owns Stanton SR11, Lake Chassis number 43. This is Gunnar Setzer. Gunnar Setzer out to the Speedway in 43. Extreme start here back in 2024 where he ran 6 several times. He has competed in micro competition in both National Open Wheel 600 as well as Power Eye competition. Here at Sweet Springs, goes 9th quick in his opening lap, 11.989, 119.89 seconds. 13th place finish last night down at Belleville. Night number 1 was an 8th place finish. Comes around lap number 2. A little bit slower, 12.040, 12040 second till stand on his opening lap, 11.989. "26 drivers qualifying, 27 on the board, and Thomas Meserol. Remember, he had problems during hot laps. He dove down to the apron quickly, so he will get 1 lap. Looking back at the staging lane and just awaiting a push vehicle right now for the driver of the Tim Engler-owned number 7X. If you want to follow along with the racing, the antics, and the hilarity sometimes of Thomas Meserol, you can go to T-Mez TV on YouTube. Check that out. As he makes his way out to the Speedway, looks like repairs are made on the Engler Machine and Tool EA Stealth Spike Chassis, High-Performance Lubricant Sure-Built Suspension number 7X. Driver to San Jose, California, going to make his way around, and he's got 1 shot. Last night up at the Knoxville Raceway, driving for Kayleen Verville, the 01 machine, ended up with an 18th place finish in your Randall Roofing 360 competition. As he'll come around on his attempt at a 12.307. That puts Meserol 21st. As that'll wrap up Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Qualifying fit tonight, Cale Drake. In 4th was Jacob Denny. 3rd was Logan Seavey. 2nd was Justin Grand. And ladies and gentlemen, your quick qualifier tonight coming to you out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Driving the Mobile 1, Toyota Racing Development, Curb Records, Toyota KKM, Curb Academy, Speedway Total Link Chassis number 71K. Race fans, give them a hand. Cannon McIntosh. Stock non-wing micros out to the Speedway. Maverick Page in the 97 at Greenwood, Missouri. KJ Snow at Kingsburg, California, the 89. Colin Hutchinson at Butler, Pennsylvania, the 83H. Gabe Zahner at a Sweet Springs in the 32K. Hayden Albertson at a Marshall, Missouri in the 4. Looks like he has some problems entering turn number 1 there. They will get him refired and pointed back in the right direction. And Alex Rubert at Lewisburg, Pennsylvania in the 72. All set to be on track here in this opening flight of hot laps. Problems for Maverick Page, the 97, coming to a stop over at the exit turn number 2. Crew's going to get behind him and give him the push up off of the speedway. So qualifying during their hot lap sessions, KJ Snow will be quickest. He'll start 4th. In heat race number 1, Colin Hutchinson will start 3rd at 2nd quick. Alex Rupert going to start 2nd, and Gabe Zahner going to be on the pole as your 4th quick driver. Drivers out to the speedway. Gage Truby in the number 3 machine out of Blue Springs, Missouri. The 7H of Austin Rayborn on track as well. Trevor Gotch in the 21A. Jesse Payton the 22. And Tate Gurney in the 71. He's out of Brownsburg, Indiana. Rayburn out of Odessa, Missouri. Pate out of Auburn, Kansas. And Gotch out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. In the Hyper Racing number 21A. Again, qualifying in their hot lap sessions here. 4-car inversion out of qualifying, so your quick qualifier going to line up 4th. And problems with the 3 quickly down into the infield, so Truby not going to come around and complete a lap time. Gotch going to set the pace at a 12.810. He'll be quickly overtaken by Tate Gurney in that number 71. Gurney in a Keith Coons Motorsports number 71. Gotch in a Hyper Racing number 21A. Jesse Payton the 22. Austin Rayburn, they remain on track. So right now, as it stands on lap times, they'll come around to find the checkered flag. Tate Gurney going to be starting 4th. Trevor Gotch in 3rd. Jesse Pate in 2nd. And Austin Rayburn, he is going to be on the pole as your 4th quick qualifier. Final group of drivers out here for stock non-wing competition. Logan Lunsford in the 8. He's out of Marshall, Missouri, out to the speedway. Jackson Davenport in the 7D out of Green Ridge, Missouri. Skylar Burns at Wamego, Kansas in the 22J. Gavin Bolt in the 75. And Levi Hink in the 21H. All out to the racetrack. Problems for the 7D that time at the exit of turn number 4. Car looked like it lost power for a second, but now back underway. As they come around to the wave of the checkered flag, we'll see things how sort out here in this qualifying session. Gavin Bolt will be your quick qualifier. Skylar Burns, Logan Lunsfield, and Levi Hink with Jackson Davenport. So it'll be Hink and Lunsford row number 1, Burns and Bolt row number 2, and Davenport going to find himself on the tail end of the field. 16 drivers qualifying. We have 11 more in restricted competition set to make their way out. Again, just like we saw, where drivers will qualify within their practice session with that 4-car invert going into the heat races. So restricted cars down to the staging lanes. Before we get to that, let's go down to the infield to catch up with tonight's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier.
Cannon McIntosh, your Honest Abe Roofing Qualifier. And Cannon, you were first out tonight. How crucial was that to getting a fast time?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure going into it. Drew the 10 pill and somehow ended up first. And yeah, just had to make the most of it. Obviously going out first, you don't really have anything to go off of. And yeah, just ran it as hard as I could. And Bo gave me a really good race car. So yeah, good start to this night as well. And definitely good to always pick up those extra points as well. So yeah, just happy with our performance so far. Hopefully we can carry it into the heat race and into the feature as well. But yeah, I got to thank the Lord above and Mobile One, Toyota, everyone that believes in me and makes this happen.
Congratulations, Cannon McIntosh, your Honest Abe Roofing Qualifier. I'm going to send it back to you, Brian.
Thank you very much. First time this season in USAC competition, picks up an extra $150, courtesy of Honest Abe Roofing. It is the 12th time in his career he has been your Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier. Restricted drivers out to the speedway. Henry Albertson, the 6th, the 12D of Blake Collins, the 35U, Carson Oots, Maverick Page in the 97. Couple of drivers doubling up here in micro competition. The 7D, Jackson Davenport, just saw him on track in the final group of qualifying in stock non-wing. He is set to be on track. And looks like also minus the 5X of Luke Shelton, the driver to Lewisburg, Kansas. So 3 laps on the clock. Drivers coming around to the wave of the green flag. Checker flag falling here in set number 1 of practice and qualifying for the restricted division, and the PageKC.com number 97 of Maverick Page going to be your quickest qualifier in this group at 13.116. Carson Newts at 13.315. Henry Alberson a 13.333. Luke Sheldon at 13.497, and Blake Collins a 13.543. Couple of more drivers making the way onto the racetrack. Likewise, running double duty, Gavin Bolt, one of those drivers in the 75. Tate Gurney in the 71. Out to the speedway as well. Chase Hogue out of Odessa, Missouri in the 127. And DJ Beach out of Prairie Home, Missouri, the 11B. Set to be on track along with the CB Industries number 81 of Braxton Flat at Monmouth, Illinois. Problems for DJ Beats, the 11B, down to the infield before he was able to come around and take time. Braxton Flat looking to come away as a quick qualifier. He'll come around to the wave of the checkered flag, and he's got it. 12.838. Tate Gurney, a 13.030. Gavin Bolt, 13.073. Jackson Davenport and Chase Hogue with DJ Beach unofficially rounding out your field. So if you haven't done so, make sure you stop by the USAC merchandise trailer before you leave here today for all the 2025 race day must-have gear, hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, and even a blanket. Only about a dozen of those left in stock, so make sure and get yours while supplies last. Also, the driver rosters. You can find out everything you need to know on the drivers who have checked in here tonight for USAC National Competition for only $1 when you make your way to the USAC merchandise trailer. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's presentation of the United States Auto Club featuring the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. It is that time. If you would please rise for your invocation and national anthem. If you would please remove cover. Out of respect to those who serve and in honor of those who have given their lives in the defense of our nation, we turn to Chaplain Tim Spillman.
Can we pray? Father God, once again we pause. We thank you for all of your blessings and all of your love that you give to each and every one of us. We ask a special blessing on each and every home that is represented this evening and each and every family. May they always be filled with love because of you. Thank you for all the military, Lord, that is standing around this world and on our shores to keep this freedom for us so we can meet like we are this evening. And Father, I ask you to bring them all home safe very soon. Thank you for all the sponsors that come along to help make all this possible. And we ask it all in the lovely name of Jesus. And we ask you to bless everyone. In God's name we pray. Amen.
Car IQ Heat Race number 1 making its way out to the front straightaway 10 times around. Top 6 drivers could advance directly on into your feature event. As the drivers stage, let's go ahead and set the lineup. Driver on the poles out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. Driver of the pristineauction.com, Toyota Racing Development, Mobile 1 CB Industries, number 86. It's going to be Mac Leopard lining up next to him. Coming to us out of Kennedale, Texas, the Belling Racing Equipment, Rush Race Gear, Valco Wheels, Journey Motorsports, number 27X. That'll be Kyle Jones. Next row for the inside, Drake Edwards out of Peoria, Arizona. The Avante Windows and Doors, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis, number 83. And for the 4th starting spot, driver in 21 out of Warrensburg, Missouri, the Dahmer Powertrain, FK Indy All-Star Barrel Bonds, Triple X, number 21J. That is Cameron Key. Next row from the inside, you'll find Jacob Denny out of Galloway, Ohio, driving the Link Chassis, Speedway Toyota, JBL Audio, TRD, Toyota Mobile 1, number 67. And outside of him, tonight's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier to Bixby, Oklahoma, the Mobile 1, Toyota Racing Development, Kurt Brecker's Toyota, number 71K of Cannon McIntosh. Andrew Felker out of Carl Junction, Missouri, driving the Panel Chipping Smith Equipment Company, SR11 Link Chassis number 11A. He'll go from the 7th starting spot, with Brannigan Rourke lining up next to him at Lincoln, Missouri, driving the Como Vibes Ripper Chassis, Coys Automotive Incorporated, number 44. Final starter here in Car IQ Heat Race number 1. Riding the gravy train, Daniel Robinson at Benton, Illinois, driving the KO Motorsports, CLB Trucking, W9 Mopar King Chassis, Golden Eagle, number 92. As that'll be your scheduled lineup for Car IQ Heat Race number 1 of 3 with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Again, 10 laps, 6 drivers going straight on to your feature event. Everybody into the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature. Toyota Racing Development pace truck down to the infield, set to go to green this time off of turn number 4. Side-by-side, nose-to-tail to the NOS Energy start can at the exit of the 4th turn. Leopard in 86 looking to pounce as they make their way around to the front straightaway. We're underway. For PristineAuction.com, CB Industries number 86 going to take off at the top spot here on the back straightaway. Kyle Jones giving chase now, going to go to break to the bottom and see if he can pull the slide off of turn number 4. Can't make it in time, and it will be Leopard leading in lap number 1. Mac Leopard leading the way. Kyle Jones running in second. Drake Edwards running in third. He's got a pair of cars coming after him, though. You've got Andrew Felker into that mix in the 11 and the 21 of Cameron Key. Key on the outside, Felker to the inside. They are side by side, 2 rows deep from the 4th spot back. The JBL number 67 trying to get him in a transfer spot here. Right now has it over Cannon McIntosh. Last time to the start-finish line, McIntosh on the outside looking in for the time being as they are slicing traffic like I-70 down the front straightaway. It's going to be McIntosh that time up into a transfer spot, but quickly it will be taken from him into turn number 3. Takes it back up at turn number 4. All eyes on a pair of KKM Kerbagajanian cars battling it out to transfer on into the A main event. In the meantime, battle for the 2nd spot. Leopard has gone away, but Drake Edwards and Kyle Jones, those 2 are going to go at it. It's going to be Edwards with the advantage. He'll hold on to 2nd. Kyle Jones running in 3rd. Felker running in the 4th spot. Then it's going to be Cameron Key running in 5th, and Cannon McIntosh for the time being has the final transfer spot. However, caution. Caution coming out, 5 in, 5 to go. As Daniel Robinson coming to a stopover in turns 1 and 2. They'll get him pointed back in the right direction. Smallest track of the season on the USAC schedule here in 2025. And the action happens at a blistering pace as Mac Leopard, taking advantage of the pole starting position, holds on to the race lead. Kyle Jones challenging the opening laps right now, going to restart in 3rd. Drake Edwards from 3rd. He's up 1 spot so far. Driver that started outside the inversion, Andrew Felker, making quick work here. Gets up into the 4th spot. Cameron Key going to restart in 5th, and Cannon McIntosh had been chasing a transfer spot through the opening laps. Now holds on to it. We'll see if he can keep it in hand. Takes it away from Jacob Denny. Brandon Rourke and Daniel Robinson rounding out your running order as we go back to green. 5 in, 5 to go. Car IQ Heat Race number 1 is back underway. Felker to the bottom, looking for 3rd, leads the high line open. The 21J Cameron Key there to try to pounce as they work into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Cannon McIntosh. The haze off of the right rear. GB steaming out there right now as they work onto the back straightaway. That battle for 3rd ongoing. The 11 down on the inside. Oh, Edwards skipped it up through the cushion, and he just slapped the wall hard over in turns 3 and 4. Caution light's going to come back on. Suddenly seeing the belly pan on the Avante windows and doors number 83 and the wall. The only thing stopping him, and you can see a pretty hard skid mark where he scraped the wall clean there, about 50 foot behind him. See if we can get a replay here on FloRacing at what exactly happened. Looked like he just went in, and he did. Just caught the cushion in all the wrong ways, and it tossed him. Looking back from the speed shot here in the broadcast. Fantastic job keeping the car upright, as looks like, despite the hit, he's able to refire. Field back to green. Felker working the inside here on the restart, trying to take away 2nd. Jones going to go down and take that line from him as they come around to 2 to go. Battle going on behind him. The 71K of McIntosh, the 21J of Key. Key to the outside, the Mobile 171 to the inside. White flag coming this time. The Insanity from 2nd on back out front. Mac Leopard is purring in this one. Takes her off at the top of turns 1 and 2 on the back straightaway. Side by side, 2 rows deep onto the back stretch. The 2007X holds on to the second position. Now McIntosh trying to squeeze to the inside as Leopard grabs the win. McIntosh going to clip the coupon into the front straightaway. He's going to pick up 2 spots. He'll grab third. Andrew Felker, Cameron Key, Jacob Denny, Brandon Rourke, Daniel Robinson, and Drake Edwards unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes here to Beaver Creek, Ohio, the pristineauction.com, Toyota Racing Development, Mobile 1, CB Industries, number 86. Race fans, give him a hand. Mac Leopard. Kyle Jones in second, Cannon McIntosh in third, Andrew Felker in fourth, Cameron Key in fifth, Jacob Denny in sixth, Brandon Rourke in seventh, Daniel Robinson in eighth, and Drake Edwards unofficially rounding out your field. Let's go and send it down trackside.
Your Car IQ race winner, you got out front early and had the ability to change up your lines. What are you going to kind of take away from this and bring it into the feature?
Yeah, the top's pretty good, and it's pretty gnarly that I just won the heat in a USAC Midget, so I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'd just like to thank Chad and all the CB crew for helping me out, Jared and Danny for all the help, and yeah, that's it.
That's Mac Leopard, your Heat 1 Car IQ winner for the night. Going to send it back up to you, Brian.
Thank you very much. Good run by Mr. Maxon Leopard as he picks up his first career USAC National Heat Race victory behind the wheel of that CB Industries number 86. K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 2 staging out to the Speedway. Driver of the pole. This one is out of Coleman, Alabama. The Inferno Armor Metalloid 1, Four Kings Racing. Advanced Racing suspension number 14 of Kevin Thomas Jr. Outside of him, plenty of laps here at Sweet Springs. He's out of Concordia, Missouri. The England Machine and Tool. Sure built suspension. Team Engler owned. EA Stealth Spike number 7B of Garrett Benson. Brecken Reese at Acadian, Texas is here towing and crushing Sonny's Grocery. Speedway Toyota, bullet by Spike 00. Will go for the inside of run number 2. Next to him, it'll be Gavin Miller out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Sound Gear, Toyota Racing Development, Mobile 1, KKM, Quebec, number 97. The 97K, the driver to Collinsville, Oklahoma, the Ibach Toyota KKM Give Back Classic. Quebec, number 97K, that'll be Cale Drake. And next to him, Justin Grant. He's out of Ione, California, the NOS Energy Drink, pristineauction.com. Toyota Racing Development, CB Industries, number 87. Brandon Carr out of Sheffield, United Kingdom, the J. Davison Scrap Metal Speedway Total Link Chassis number 98K will roll from the 7th starting spot. Chad Winfrey out of Gladstone, Missouri, the Factory Delta Fontana Boss number 321. He'll roll from 8th. And your final starter set to be Blake Spicer out of Marysville, Kansas, and the Spicer Aircraft Felker Fontana Steel Chassis number 4S. So that'll be your scheduled lineup for K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 2 of 3. Field set to go to green. Side by side of the NOS Energy Star Can for turn number 4. K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 2 is underway. Kevin Thomas Jr. hustling across the racetrack, grabs the cushion onto the back straightaway, takes it down low in the entry of 3, going to slide it wide at the exit turn number 4. He'll lead on lap number 1. Garrett Benson trying to hold on to second. He's got Gavin Miller lurking to the inside right now with the Sound Gear number 97. Wheel to wheel onto the back straightaway. Benson so far with the advantage into turn number 3. Miller trying to gain it off of turn number 4 on the inside. They're still wheel to wheel with Benson. Holding sway over the silver position right now. Still bronze in the hands of the 97 behind them. You got Cale Drake running in the 4th spot. Brecken Reese, Justin Grant, those two in a bit of a battle last time through turns 1 and 2. Grant will have the advantage on that one. He'll take over 5th. Brecken Reese going to fall to 6th. It will be Carr, Winfrey, and Spicer currently running up your running order. But that battle for second, it is still 8 tires wide on that thing. They are side by side, lap after lap. Garrett Benson continues to fend off the charge of Gavin Miller. Momentum of the outside, about the best advantage he's had in this one so far. That also allowing the Ibach number 97K of Cale Drake to close in and see if he can challenge. He'll throw the slide into turns 3 and 4. He'll grab 1, trying for 2. He'll get to 3rd though. So up into 3rd goes the 97K. Gavin Miller back to 4th. Justin Graham running a 5th. Brecken Reese right now with the final ticket into the show. They'll continue to duke it out for that 3rd spot. A pair of 97s. It'll be the K to the inside, the 97 to the outside. And they get dangerously close there into turn number 1, but it is still Cale Drake coming out on top of that battle. But where it mattered at the line, it was Gavin Miller. He throws the slide one more time. This time, Cale Drake going to come around to take the spot as we've got 2 to go. Battle on for the 3rd spot. Might be a battle on for the win here. Garrett Benson closing quickly. on Kevin Thomas Jr. as they nearly made contact with that third spot of the front straightaway. Time running out, though, off of turn number 4. Checker flag going to drop in this one. KTJ going to get the job done. Garrett Benson in second, Gavin Miller in third, Cale Drake in fourth, Justin Graham, Breckin Reese, Chad Winfrey, Brandon Carr, and Blake Spicer unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you to Coleman, Alabama, driving the Inferno Armor Metalloid 1. ShopAngryDuck.com, number 14 race fans. Give him a hand, Kevin Thomas Jr. Garrett Benson crossing in second, Gavin Miller in third, Cale Drake in fourth, Justin Grant in fifth, Breckin Reese in sixth. Those drivers going to move straight on into your feature event. Chad Winfrey, Brandon Carr, and Blake Spicer unofficially rounding out your field as Kevin Thomas Jr. going to come to a stop down to the infield. Let's go down trackside.
Kevin Thomas Jr., your K1 Race Gear Heat 2 winner. Kevin, you led all 10 laps. Where did you feel the strongest throughout this track?
Well, I felt pretty good there on the top. We made a few adjustments there after qualifying. Did a pretty piss-poor job, but doing that. So, we needed that, but also we have a good race car. So, I think that'll put us in the top 10, and we'll just see where we go from there.
Congratulations, Kevin Thomas Jr., your K1 Race Gear Heat 2 winner.
Thank you very much. USACgear.com. Heat race number 3 out to the Speedway. Another 10 laps, another 6 drivers moving directly into your feature event. Driver on the pole, this one is out of Greencastle, Indiana. Driver the Curb Breakers, D Company's Dueling Autosport. Curb baggage number 63. It'll be Cale Coons. Next to him, Steven Snyder Jr. to Rising Sun, Maryland. The RMS Racing EnviroFab. Valco Rada Supply, number 4. Next row from the inside in 19, it will be Hayden Reinbold of the Gilbert, Arizona. Driver the Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, AMA Electrical Indy Race Parts, number 19, AZ. To his right, set to be Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana. The Midwest Tube Mill, Stanton SR11 Link Chassis. The Cure starts now. Setzer Fabricating, number 43. Next row from the inside, Riley Kreisel. He's out of Warsaw, Missouri, driving the Hess Power Fabs. Spike Chassis, Rocket Media, King Racing Products, Royal Power Sports, number 19K. And from the 6th starting spot, last year's feature winner here at Sweet Springs out of Sutter, California, the Indy Power Sports Prime 47, Abacus Racing, Indy Custom Cell number 57. That'll be Logan Seavey. Looking to your 4th row from the 7th starting spot out of San Jose, California, the England Machine and Tool Team STV, Spike Chassis, High Performance Lubricants number 7X at T-Maz, Thomas Meserol. And to his right, it'll be Mark Chisholm at a New Berlin, Illinois. Driving the Performance Driveline, Jake Newman Racing, a Toyota Link Chassis number 56X. Final starter set to be the 33 of Jacob McFarland. He's out of Sedalia, Missouri. The Como Vice Fontana Ripper, Rourke HVAC, number 33. As that'll be your scheduled lineup for USACgear.com heat race number 3. Final heat race for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship here tonight. Stock non-wing heat races will be next on the program. We'll come back with our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event for the USAC National Midgets. Top 6 going to move on out of that. Then we'll come in with our restricted heat races. Then we'll start into tonight's features. First up will be USAC Midgets. Field set to get after it here. 10 times around. Again, got to be in the top 6 to race your way into the show. Snyder up across the racetrack, going to take over the lead for a moment. Nearly tags the ball in the back straightaway, though, and Cale Coons able to make his way by Snyder. Back on the attack. While they're doing that, though, they leave the bottom wide open, and Reinbold says thank you very much. The 19AZ going to pick up a 2-for-1 deal onto the front straightaway. Snyder right there, back to his back bumper, though, as they are 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Entering turn number 3, it will be Setzer coming out on top of that battle. He holds on to 3rd, slide for the lead. Here comes Steven Snyder Jr. onto the back straightaway. One more time, going to take over, but can he hold on to it? Slide for slide in this one. Reinbold back across the racetrack, doesn't quite get to the top, and here comes Snyder once more. Steven Snyder off of the cushion, going to try to bring momentum to his advantage here as they work onto the back straightaway. Takes it back to the high side, entering turn number 3. Where does he go at the exit? Turn number 4. He's got Setzer to his inside. That will block him from turning down the racetrack, as it'll be Reinbold holding onto the race lead. He'll slide himself onto the back straightaway. Loses some speed, though, and that allows Steven Snyder to close in quickly. Both drivers entering low and bringing it wide up at turn number 4. Here comes Riley Kreisel now into the mix. Kreisel up into the 3rd spot, works by Gunnar Setzer. You got Meserol back there as well, battling with Logan Seavey. They're all inside of a transfer spot right now. Keep your eye on the front of this one, though. Steven Snyder Jr. Given the top side, all he can handle right now as they work onto the back straightaway. Hayden Reinbold running about every line he can get his hands on, trying to fend off the charge of the force. So far, it's working for him. Riley Kreisel steadily picking his way forward in the 19. Takes over the third spot. Just a couple laps ago, Logan Seavey into fourth. The 7 of Meserol currently running in fifth. The driver that had been up in the third, Gunnar Setzer, now running back in the final transfer spot. Cale Coons, who was up at the front at the start, he rides in seventh. Mark Chisholm and Jacob McFarland right now running at your running order to the white flag and 1 to go, and they are slicing it up just outside of the top 3. 4th, 5th, and 6th all up for grabs onto the back straightaway with 2 more turns to go. In the meantime, checker flag is out, and Hayden Reinbold going to pick up a heat race win here in USACgear.com heat race number 3. Steven Snyder Jr. crossing in second, Riley Kreisel in third, Thomas Meserol, Logan Seavey, and Gunnar Setzer. Those 6 drivers are going to race on directly into the show. Cale Coons, Mark Chisholm, and Jacob McFarland unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you out of Gilbert, Arizona. Driver of the AME Electrical Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike, number 19 AZ race fans. Give him a hand, Hayden Reinbold. Steven Snyder Jr. in second, Riley Kreisel in third, Thomas Meserol, Logan Seavey, Gunnar Setzer, Cale Coons, Mark Chisholm, and Jacob McFarland rounding out your field. Let's go down trackside.
Hayden Reinbold, your USACgear.com Heat 3 winner. Hayden, how much of a confidence boost into this feature is this win going to bring?
A lot. I mean, I feel like we've had some pretty good speed. Just been having a very tough season so far. I've hit infield tires, spun out. I've done just about everything wrong so far this season. So I'm happy to get a heat race win and start up front and try to do better tonight.
Congratulations, Hayden Reinbold, your Heat 3 USACgear.com winner.
Thank you very much. Heat races in the books for the USAC NOS Energy Drink at Midget National Championship. Kevin Thomas Jr., Mac Leopard, and Hayden Reinbold all picking up heat race victories here tonight. For Kevin Thomas, that'll be heat race win number 3 on the season. He leads that stat. Dason Pursley, Cannon McIntosh, Jacob Denny all with 2 wins. Steven Snyder Jr., Cale Coons, Thomas Meserol, Cale Drake, Gavin Miller, Mac Leopard, and Hayden Reinbold all now adding themselves to the list. Stock non-wing division out to the Speedway. Cullen Hutchinson at Butler, Pennsylvania.